Um, Hello, hi Mehal. Ah, that's so sweet. I'm trying to figure out the camera placements, which look sort of off today, but yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead with this, and I'll probably fix it some other time. So yeah, it's been long, really long. I feel. Let me just share the link on the Instagram as well, so that other people who might be interested can also join. A moment. Oh, I have got a message as well. Great. Oh, great. Okay. We'll again not keep this live stream very long because I have to go, of course, and yeah, we'll have a quick paint along with me sort of session. Jaya Shiva Hatsai. I've been good. I've been fine-ish. I think um I mentioned on the broadcast channel as well. There was a lot going on. That's why I was not able to come live stream. I would plan and then something would come up and I couldn't start the stream. So even I sort of missed this because it's fun. It's fun interacting with you guys and coming live and painting here, especially like at night when I'm usually painting, and then I can do it with you all. So that feels really nice. And I've also not worked on the sketchbook where I would usually paint during the live stream. So I've not touched that sketchbook, and I really miss doing that. Today we're gonna paint on a smaller sheet so that it's not too long. But yeah, later on, maybe we can do a live stream wherein I paint on that sketchbook. I was actually thinking I'll do it without the masking tape, and I totally forgot. Okay, let me just remove the masking tape. I'll do it without the masking tape, have rough edges because I'll be painting. Ouch. I'll be painting a scene where, like, I'll be painting some flowers and some foliage, so I can do without the masking tape itself. How have you guys been? Process of painting? Yes, Mehal, I'll be doing that today. I'll be painting along, so maybe you can um, paint with me if that's your question. I am actually running a little low on energy. That's been me for a few days now, but I'll try to bring myself together and we'll do this stream together. Of course, I really missed this because this is a nice space wherein we can sit together and paint, and I'm hoping that at least um, at least a few of you are painting with me because this would be a very simple gouache practice. It won't be a very complicated scene, just some leaves here and there and some flowers. So, like, not a very complicated scene. So, if you want, you can go grab your art supplies and join with me. You can get any medium of your choice. I do not have any preference over which medium you want to work with. Gouache works, acrylics work, anything would work, and that's why I removed the masking tape as well. So going to keep it we're going to keep it normal, chill, and less complicated. This cloth looks so dirty. I'm trying to find something which looks at least a little sober because I'm live. But yeah, I found something. I am not one of those people who, I mean, I try to have aesthetic stuff, but then I just use whatever I can find, and that's a great piece of cloth, and ideally it should be fine, but I've made it so dirty, and because it's acrylics, The paint also doesn't go, so it looks quite off. But yeah, this one looks better than the previous one, so I'm just gonna go ahead with it. Yeah, so I was saying that I'm not very aesthetic overall, I feel, because if I just move the camera, you'll see how messy everything is. And I'm working on so many different things all at once and managing the personal life, which is a mess at this point of time. So, yeah, it's a little difficult for me at this point of time. But yeah, we're trying to find time to paint and we're enjoying what we're painting. So, I think it's sort of good. Apart from that, I also thought I'll mention over here that the course launch is also going on, and I have launched my courses, and this would be the first time that I'm launching all my three courses together. So, like, I get questions from people saying that they want this particular thing, but they also want this particular thing. So, launching all the three courses together would ensure that everybody's getting something. They can take it individually or they can take the whole bundle and start off with their painting journey. And it's so good to see your responses also. You guys are taking the courses and yeah, starting off with your art journey. So I feel, yeah, that's a good sign overall. Hi Purnima, we will be painting like a simple scene, some greens and some flowers, daisies over it. Is that black? Yeah, it's black mixed with just a little bit of green. You're using pastels. That's great. No, we can save masking tape like that if we haven't used it. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I usually if I don't need the masking tape, I do that. And also sometimes if I've just used the masking tape, like if I've made the painting in an hour or so, like I've not spent a lot of days on a painting, so I take off that masking tape and reuse it. Usually it's still good to use. The adhesives are still there, so you can definitely use it. No, I think Richa, it might be because of the light I've turned on the yellow light. That's why it might be appearing sort of black. Let me know if you want me to change the light. I'll change it to white so that the colors would be clearly visible, because in yellow lights the colors tend to change a little. The summers are sort of here, like not entirely, but the summers are here. Today it rained where I live, so it's not as hot, but summers are here, and that makes managing wash paints so difficult. It keeps on drying. I mean, all the paints in general, it keeps drying, and I have to keep spraying water on it. And if I leave it and go for some time, so it's under the fan and it dries up and it becomes such a headache. I have to always keep spraying water over it. And I hope you guys relate to this because I don't know, I just have to keep doing it. And a lot of people complain about paints drying up. So if that's happening to you, you need to do it. Like every time you use your paints and every time you're just keeping them away, you have to spray water over it and then keep them away. I usually spray the normal drinking water over it, not the normal tap water, the drinking water, so that it stays mold free. I okay, this was like one thing that I have done to my room and my entire house, Richa. I get all sorts of yellow lights only because the lamp behind me is also with yellow lights, and the tube light, all the lights around my house is yellow because I really found yellow lights to be good. So, like, I got them. Mehal, that's what I was talking about. If you need to learn something in specific, you should definitely check out my courses. And I know that it might be appearing that taking a course is a lot, and I can learn through YouTube or I can learn through um, the maybe free webinars or stuff like that. But I think that is also doable. That is 100% doable. People are self taught, but that takes a lot of time. And if you have the time, like if you have enough time to invest in your skills, then that's good. You can maybe watch videos or watch tutorials and learn. But if you want like a dedicated learning, then you should definitely try checking out courses. And I'm not just saying check out my courses, you can check out the courses by other artists as well if you feel that they are teaching something that you would want to learn. But try taking uh, up paid materials, because I feel that people put in more efforts into that. And probably go ahead with a dedicated learning, because that's what I was discussing this with my friend like yesterday itself, that if you would have asked me, suppose 5 6 years ago, if I would ever sell a painting of mine, then I would definitely say no, because I would think that maybe I'm not good enough, or why would someone buy my artworks, right? If you want to make a career in art, one of the most important things that you would want to do is sell your artworks. And how would you be able to sell your artworks if it's not up to the mark, right? So I think investing in your skill, or learning something, learning painting or whatever skill you want to work on, if you are investing in it and learning a new skill, that means you're paving way to be able to make it as a career as well. So, if I would have not invested time, money, and efforts into my skills and improving whatever I'm doing, then maybe I wouldn't have been able to sell my paintings. I have sold, I can't even remember how many paintings, because I think it would be over 100, because I did a 100-day project and all the paintings, I mean, almost all the paintings from the 100-day project is sold out now. So I've sold like more than 100 paintings now, and it has only been possible because people found those paintings to be good. You will never be able to sell a painting if, first of all, you're not reaching the correct audience, and if you've not like given your 100% into it. So one way to do that is to first make sure that you've invested in your skills and you've learned everything, and then you've applied it on your paintings, and then when once it's ready, you're going on out and trying to sell it. So yeah, I thought that that's a very important thing to do, and people just skip those steps, those major steps. Like, if we're not doing an engineering degree, we would not be become like a. If we're not doing a software engineering degree, it would be difficult for us to get into a software job. There would be exceptions, of course. There would be like one genius person who would learn programming and learn everything and then get into the field, but without a degree or without proper knowledge, it's difficult for most of the people to get there. And yeah, that's why I feel that one should invest in their skills. And this is what I was also talking in my YouTube video. I mean, I have started posting my YouTube videos. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should check it out. So that's what I was talking in my YouTube video as well. We think that self-taught artists is like, wow, that's a great thing. I genuinely feel that that's a great thing, but uh, that's something that shouldn't be idealized, because you can still learn from somebody else and become good and then be where they are. And if they would have taken 5 years, you would have just taken 1 year to get there. That would be that easy. So investing in things like this just makes your life easy. Go ahead and make your life easy, if you of course have the resources to. That's sad. I think only one or two of my paints caught fungus, so I could easily remove them. But if the whole set had caught fungus, then I'm not sure how do you fix it. You can scrape it off if possible, but if the fungus is deep, then it would be very difficult to scrape it off also. Oh, I think in my last video, I was also talking about how I don't have eyeliner brushes. So I ordered these from Himi Mia. Take this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got these fine liner brushes from Mimi Mia and they're good, they're really good. So if you are also looking for some thin brushes, you can get these. They're really good, they work well and they're good quality. I really wanted something that I don't have to throw off. I got these fine art brushes, but they get ruined in no time, and I did not want brushes that would get ruined so quickly. So I also ordered these, and they are pretty good. I feel that they are long lasting. Let's see. I've just ordered it and used it in like one or two paintings, so I cannot comment on their longevity. But I have other brushes from this brand and they are quite good, so I'm assuming that this would also stay with me for a little longer, but I'll keep you guys informed. Like I said, you have to keep spraying water over your paint, otherwise they keep drying up in this season. Are you guys also painting with me, or do you guys go back and paint later on? I would love to know that because when I was not doing these live streams, I was getting a lot of messages saying, "When will you come live? When will you be painting live?" And I think one person from that batch has made like painted with me at all the live streams. So like I understood her excitement, but for the others, I'm not sure if you go back later on and check the live stream or just assume that maybe someday you'll have the courage, the motivation to start it, and that day has not come yet. How does it work for you? Okay, Richa is painting with me. That's great. Richa is using oil pastels, I'm assuming. So that's great. But yeah, paint along with me because this is your chance to ask me questions also. That's why I insist because you'll always have the recorded sessions, you'll always have the live streams to go back and watch. But make use of these opportunities, and that's why I inform in advance so that you guys can be prepared and come and paint with me. I am not like uh, making the best foliage painting that I've ever made or something like that. I'm just randomly drawing lines in all the directions. You usually uh, be I'm usually mindful of the directions because if you keep doing it very randomly, it becomes haphazard. So I made a similar painting like a few days ago, And yeah, I'm trying to make something similar. But yeah, you keep these strokes random, but even then you keep in mind like in which direction they're going. Until now, I have used black, and then I used a combination of black and green. Then now I'm using a combination of, I mixed some yellow into the black and green. I didn't realize my palette wasn't visible. I'm also adding some white to it. I wanted this rough edges look. That's why I did not. That's why I removed the masking tape because I like this kind of texture in the foliage or the plant paintings. And initially, I was also thinking I'll do it on a black Polaroid sheet, but then I thought I'm gonna paint this, so I kept it away and I picked out a white one. Hey, hi Upneet. I find it easier to layer using gouache than with acrylics. I think um, with acrylics, I find it difficult because of the thickness of the paints. Maybe um, one major reason behind that is because um, so sometimes I mix the acrylic paints, the ones from the bottles and one from the tubes, and they both have different consistencies. So when you're mixing the two of them together, it becomes a little difficult to do the layering. But yeah, I have also initially I would only work with acrylics, so I mean, I have used acrylics excessively, like a lot of acrylic paintings I made, and like I said, most of them are sold out now because I used them during the 100-day project, and most of the 100-day project paintings are sold out now. That's what I was telling, that I spent like 100 continuous days to work on my skills, and it truly helped me become like get me where I am today. But yeah, and also I on this note, I was also thinking that maybe the next course that I'll be launching would be about acrylic painting. So let me know if you guys think that that's a good idea, because I think, yeah, I think a lot of people are comfortable with acrylics or know about acrylics, and a lot of people are unaware about gouache. So I was thinking that the next course that I'll be launching would be um, like a mix of both the mediums. What do you guys think? Let me know. Can't yeah, you can't do that. uh, what you can do is maybe add like small dots with the pastels, and that would give a similar effect. You actually don't need so many brushes to do this painting. When I am That's why when I'm doing a live stream, the webinars, or when I'm teaching people, I tell them that you can make do with fewer brushes, and you can actually make do with fewer brushes. But now that I have so many brushes, my brain tells me that maybe you can try it with a different brush, and I do that. And eventually, like, most of the fine liners, they do pretty much the same job. If they're fine, if they're ruined, they don't, of course. But if they're fine, most of them would do the job. Even like after a certain point, you don't need to go for a thinner brush. But now that I have the resources, I feel like using them. I did not post about this live stream on my stories today. So this is like the core members of the live stream now. Like the common people that I see every now and then, or like the ones who are, uh, I feel the ones who are active, like actively checking the broadcast channel as well. So I think you guys are like the core members of my page. And yeah, I'm really happy that you guys are here, because even when I have not promoted this thing enough, like I've not put it on my stories or I've not talked about it anywhere else, you're still here. That means you're actually, like, I love the fact that you're here. I'll quickly start adding the flowers as well. I usually skip this step, and that's why my flowers don't turn out as good. So first you make the circle, and then you add the petals. You can actually do it um, without making the circle. That also works, but this makes it easier. This makes the whole process easier. And always, when you're working on top of such a thick layer, ensure that you're picking a generous amount of paint on your brush. It's a very calm, quiet live stream today. I I think I'm very low on energy, and that's why I'm not even getting things. Like I don't, my brain is completely blank at this moment, at this point of time. That's why I don't have much to say. And it's usually weird because I find it very comfortable to come here and talk. I like these one-sided conversations wherein you guys are probably just listening, or maybe not listening, but I'd assume that you guys are listening and just react through the messages. I am completely comfortable and fine with these conversations. But today my brain is actually completely blank. I don't know, like I don't have anything much to say. I just wanted to come and paint. Honestly, I really wanted to paint today. So I thought, why not paint with you guys instead? So I wanted to paint either this Polaroid sheet, or I was also actually thinking I'll paint one of these fridge magnets that I'm making. But I thought that maybe let's do the Polaroid today because it's quicker. That's also quick, but yeah, I thought maybe let's just do the Polaroid today because that would require me to use acrylic paints, and then I'll have to be faster and it won't be as calming, I feel. So I dropped the idea of painting the fridge magnet, but maybe tomorrow or the day after, or like I'll not say tomorrow or the day after, I'll just say maybe some other time I can paint the fridge magnet. I actually have like a small exhibition coming up, not exactly an exhibition, but there's a fest, and I'd be putting up my paintings for sale over there in Bangalore on 20th. So yeah, at the country club, yeah, that's near Cubbon Park. So I'll be doing that. So for that itself, I am making some fridge magnets. I have other sorts of paintings, but all my fridge magnets are now sold out. So I'm making a few more for the stall. And if you guys are in Bangalore, please do come. I would love to meet you guys. Yes, yes, Jaya. I actually uh, totally relate to it. It looks easy, but sometimes it doesn't turn out as good. So just keep practicing. Maybe correct the shape first. If you're getting the shape correct, you'll be able to manage it. So that's why I drew the circle in the middle first, because that helps me, at least gives a shape to it, and then later on you can paint it. Even for the yellow, you have to use a generous amount of it, otherwise it won't sit well over the previous layers. You've used, like we've used a thick layer of paint, right, for the bottom. So it would be difficult for the paint to sit. That's why you have to pick up a generous amount of these light colors and place them over your painting. Like place them over those areas. Otherwise it'll appear something like this. It'll just be green. If you're painting with me and if you're posting these pictures, do tag me. I would love to see it. And uh, even though I don't point it out and I let it go, but sometimes I see people who have painted with me during maybe the webinars, and they post the pictures and they haven't even tagged me or mentioned me, and it somehow pops up on my profile also. I feel a little disheartened, but I let it go. I'm not making it a point. I just let it go. I'm just telling you guys that it feels good when you've tagged me, because First of all, I would love to see it, and first of all, I would love to comment on it because you've painted with me, and it also feels nicer that you're acknowledging the fact that you painted with me. A little acknowledgement really helps. So yeah, it just feels weird when people just copy your work, or yeah, and do not give you the sort of credit that you can get for that. So it used to affect me a lot in the beginning, but now I just let it go. Um, to answer your question, Mehul, okay. Let's just say that I did go to the art classes when I was a kid. So I got my fundamentals from there. What brushes you use, what paints you use, and all of that, and how, like, mixing what colors give you which colors. But whatever I do today is sort of self-taught because I never learned how to use gouache during my art classes or acrylics during my art classes. All that I learned was watercolors, and I never use watercolors now. So, yeah, it gave me a head start, maybe. But whatever I do today is what I've picked up by looking at things and trying it myself, failing, and trying again. I am again not glorifying being self taught because it took me 5 years to get where I am. So today, what you're seeing is 5 years of practice every single day. That means 365 into 5 years of practice. So, um, and that has brought me where I am today. And of course, there was a lockdown, and we had so much time to ourselves that I got this sort of time to practice a lot, right? But today, in the busy world, you do not have that sort of time. Nobody does because we have to go to work. That time, I had just finished college, and I had not joined the company. Like, I my joining date was delayed, so I was at home and I was completely free, and my college was also over. My subjects were also over in the final semester, so I had a lot of months all to myself, so I could invest that time in making art. And like when you paint for a few months also, you sort of start to understand what's working and what's not working. So that happened for me. I understood what's working, what's not working. I started working on my skills, and much later, like I started painting in 2020. In 21, my account got noticed by people. So it was almost a year of me just posting and not getting any response. But I was using that time to improve my skills, and once I got noticed, people noticed how underrated I was because uh, they thought my paintings were good, but I did not have enough following. So that's how my account blew up, and that's how I started getting orders and I started making money out of my paintings, and it was a good time. Oh, that's so nice, Jaya. That's like that's so good to hear because I know the last time then when we were speaking, you were like you do not get enough views, and I'm so glad that you got those kind of views. That's so good. Wow, that's nice. I now that I think about it, that's nice because the last time I remember you distinctly telling that maybe something on these lines that you're not getting that kind of views, and I was like, just keep posting and you will get there. And I'm so glad that you got the validation also from the internet that you need. Let's not deny it. We need that kind of validation because that helps us keep going and keep growing. So I'm glad you got that, and I hope you it only gets better from here on. Like you keep getting more views, more comments, and also sales if possible. That would be great for you. I also want to do a live stream wherein I paint fishes. I really want to paint koi fishes. It's been so long and I really want to paint it. So let's plan something. Let's make it work. I have to make it work somehow. I really want to paint koi fishes sometime. So if I do, I'll try to do it on a live stream. Let's see. Maybe I don't think I'll find time tomorrow. Maybe next time. Maybe next week, I guess. I'll have a lot of time to myself to paint, I feel, from now on. So I'll probably keep you guys updated. I'll keep posting on the broadcast channel. So make sure to check it out because, like I always say, I feel that I'm more connected to the people over there. I feel like they are my people and I can completely communicate with them. So whatever it is, I keep telling, even though it was tough for me and there was a lot going on, I made sure to mention it on my broadcast channel so that you guys know that a lot is going on and that's why I'm not able to come live. But yeah, I'll make sure to mention things over there. So join my broadcast channel if you haven't already, and I'll plan something. I'm not just saying for the sake of it. I'll plan something and I'll do a live stream very very soon again. But today, I think this is all for the live stream today. If you guys paint, um, if you guys have painted with me, please make sure to post it and tag me. And if possible, just do me a small favor, post it like a few days later, post it next week because this week I'll be sharing a lot of stories about my course and I don't want everything to get mixed up and miss your stories. But you can share it, you can mention me today, tomorrow, and then maybe do it one more time next week so that I can also share it on my stories. And if you make a post, tag me. If you post it on your stories, tag me. I would love to see what you guys painted. And if you do not want to post or post a story or post it on your uh, Instagram, then just send it to me and I would love to see it. So yeah, um I okay, okay, I'll try that. And yeah, I was saying that I love that you guys joined over here, and this was very refreshing for me. I hope it was refreshing for you as well. And I love this space, and I would like to do more live streams very soon. And thank you so much for joining in. Have a great weekend and have a good night. This is what we painted, and we'll paint more such Polaroids, more such paintings very soon. See ya. Bye.